Howdy, Possum Patty here, and today I am modeling my new possum dress. What do you think? Of course, there's going to be some journaling too, so come on along.
Now you may be wondering to yourself, where did Possum Patty find the perfect possum dress? Well, I will tell you how I found that dress. First, let me explain a little bit about my Halloween mode of travel.
You know, Flat Stanley has his TARDIS to travel through time and space, but I have my magical Possum Patty pumpkin slippers, and all I have to do is click my heels together 3 times, and I can go anywhere I wish.
So I put on my Possum Patty's Magic Pumpkin Slippers and I clicked my heels together 3 times and I whisked myself off to Salem, Massachusetts, because we know that October is the best time to go to Salem, Massachusetts. Well, I had a few reasons to go there, and while we were there, we took some time to do a little bit of window shopping. There's some very interesting shops up in Salem, let me tell you. So we were walking up the street, and across the street, I noticed a dress shop. Now, I had never been in this dress shop before, but in the window was a dress that had boo, a big orange boo across the top of it. And I'm like, oh, I have to get a picture of that. So I went over and I tried different angles, and I'm trying to get a picture of this dress, but the store window was just reflecting the sun, and I just couldn't get a clear enough picture. So I told Mr. Possum, I said, hey, I'm going in. And so I walked in, and I'm walking around, and I thought maybe one of the dresses that said boo would be hanging up inside so I can take a picture of it. And there was, and I got a good picture of it. So while I was in the shop, I noticed there was some very interesting clothes in there. And a little bit of pink in the distance caught my eye, and I walked over to a rack of dresses. And the first dress on the rack, when I got up to it, I was like, these are possums. There is a dress, a pink dress, a possum pink dress covered in possums. I was like, oh. And I told Mr. Possum, I said, I'm trying this on. I got to try this on. So I tried it on, got a size that fit me pretty nicely, and I bought it. That was like no hesitation whatsoever. Not a bargain, let me tell you. Any kind of little boutique shop in a touristy area, you're not going to find a bargain unless they're having a clearance. But oh my gosh, when do you ever see a pink possum dress that fits me? Like probably once in a lifetime. So the sales lady, she was very nice. She was very helpful. And so when I went up to pay it, I said, okay, now, tell me the truth. How popular are possum dresses? Like, do you sell a lot of possum dresses? And she was like, oh, you'd be surprised. She said, they're pretty popular. I was like, oh my gosh. So I told her that I just had to get one. Possum Patty, I said, just journaling with Possum Patty. I said, I have to get this dress. So actually, Mr. Possum bought it for me. So thank you, Mr. Possum, for buying me the pink Possum Patty possum dress, which I will wear many, many places. It is a summer dress, but I'm thinking, just throw on a sweater. I got my brown sweater on. While we were there, I wanted to get a picture. Of course, Flat Stanley, he jumped in his TARDIS and he came along too. And I wanted to get a picture of Flat Stanley with the Bewitched statue. They have a statue of Samantha there. So I have this vintage looking Bewitched Stationery Set. It's called Fold and Mail Stationery. And I bought this for like $2 at the flea market or yard sale or something. And as you can see, there's a lot of pages in there. And I've ripped some out to show you. They're just super cute. And I figured I'll be able to use this some way in a journal, right? In a Halloween journal with Bewitched. So when we went to see the statue, I remembered I had this. So I had to go down the basement and find it. But I wanted to show you the different designs. And here he's giving her a kiss, and she's got a frying pan. And Samantha and, what was his name? Darren? Was his name Darren? I think his name was Darren. All right, so we got Samantha and Endora. And Samantha and Aunt Clara. And then we have, like, I don't know, this may be like the opening intro to the TV show or something. It's like a little bit animated. And the little kitty there. And the little witchy outfit. And then we have Darren getting turned into a mouse. And her little witchy outfit. And then Darren over there. Got little stars down here. And then another little bit of the animation here. And she's in the kitchen. And a little witchy. And here she is with all the kitchen pots and pans and mixer bowl there floating up in the air. She just had to wiggle her nose right and everything everything got done. And down there's the cookbook. So I do have, I've got a few of these. I should probably, I think I'll give a set away. Why not, right? I'm doing pretty good with the giveaways. I've gotten out 16 mushrooms and 1 pumpkin. And a bunch of people emailed me. And I'm going to get back to those emails in the next day or two, because I'll have a few mushrooms going out this week. And then the people who email me after that, they're going to have to wait a little bit, because I'm going to make some more mushrooms. But I'm working on it. And I would like to get a mushroom out to everyone who wanted one. But I think for a special October giveaway, I think I'm going to give away a set of these. So I'm going to put one set aside. And, just maybe somebody might put Bewitched in the comments below. And I'll just pick a name, and hopefully I'll have their address, and I'll send it off to them. Be a fun little surprise. See who gets it. This is my haunted house. Anything but spooky October journal. Whoops. I got my crystals right there. This little thing is going to bump into everything. I know, first page is a skull, but You can see it's just very bright and colorful. And we did Stanley's adventure with the train. And I wanted to do a page about popping off to Salem and finding my perfect possum dress and seeing the Bewitched statue. So how am I going to do that? Well, I put my dress in the copier. Yes, I did. Just took it and laid the material across, put the lid down, and hit that copy button. Ta-da! Only problem is I put it this way instead of that way, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. It is almost, actually it just fits. It's just going to have a white edge, so that's okay. All right, that's okay. No problem. I'm going to take these journaling cards out while I work on this page. So I'm going to cut this down to size. Oh, this has strawberries on it. I do have some paper with strawberries on it. Maybe I'll be making 2 pages. Maybe I'll be making 2 pages. One for the dress, which is just going to be simple. Picture of the dress and the possums and stuff. Or should this go? Should this go in the Awesome Possum Journal? And then put the Bewitched in this journal. Well, what do you think? What do you think about that? Them apples or them strawberries? What do you think about them strawberries? Awesome Possum. This fabric was gifted to me. I made a cover for this little journal. Oh, I found another possum from Lucy. She sent me one to color in, so I put it in here so I remember to color these things in and put them on a page. I think maybe you've gone with that. Baby possum. Aww. I don't want to cover up that. I can put something down here. But I have a big white paper there. So actually, I might do that. Okay, I might put that on here. And then I'm going to find the strawberry paper, make a border, and put the picture of me in the dress, and maybe just a little journaling about where the dress came from. So I do have the tag from the dress. It is Eva Rose is the name of the company. And the little shop I went to is Modern Millie, 3 Central Street, Salem, Massachusetts. And they do have a website, modernmillieshop.com. So I'm going to keep this. They had some cute dresses. Very vintage, but the materials were like, I mean, come on now, a possum with strawberries. And the Halloween and fall dresses were gorgeous. And I'm sure like maybe the Christmas holiday dresses are going to be really nice too. But we're focusing on possum today. So I'm going to cut this down to size. Find my strawberry paper to put a frame for the picture, and I could just clip this to the page, poke a hole in this, put that on that string there. So I went into the closet to find some strawberries because I wanted to, make a little frame around the photo of Possum Patty in her perfect possum dress there. And I found this one. Oh, there's a couple of these. And I found this one, which goes pretty good. And this one has sort of some pink polka dot and some brown that goes with it. And then I came across this one. And I like this one. I don't know why. I picked this one out. It's very busy and very bright and does not go with this one at all. But that's the one I picked out. Now, after picking out this paper, so let's put these aside, I decided that the photo was going to cover up too much of the background if I added the strawberries. And I didn't want to cover up any of the possums. So what I did was put the strawberry paper around the possums like that. So I took it over to the sewing machine. And I sewed around the edge like a little zigzag. And then to marry these two papers that don't go together whatsoever, but do have white flowers in common, I sewed just 2 strips of white ribbon, one across the top and one at a diagonal like that. And then I was going to just go ahead and put the picture here. Now, do I still need a little frame? I'm thinking not, because I don't want to cover up these 2 possums right there. I don't think I need another frame. I think I'm just going to pop that picture in there. And I'm going to glue this in here. And then I think I'm going to, there's nothing on that side yet, punch a hole right through the paper so that I can hang the tag on here. All right, so I'm going to glue this down first. This is pretty heavy paper. What is this? This is Authentique. I feel an earnest desire to increase the stock of harmless cheerfulness. Charles Dickens. 2016. Don't know, but it's very thick. Got a little slight texture to it, so I'm going to actually glue the page, because you know what, that paper, I made it a little bit larger because I thought, since this was double-sided, that the green stripes might look kind of nice on the back side. So I'm going to put the glue here. Oh, you know what, maybe I'll put some glue stick in the middle. So we went during the week up to Salem, and I was surprised at how many people were there during the middle of the week, but it is the season, isn't it? And it was a beautiful warm day, and I wore my Salem sweatshirt. Got kind of warm in that. And I'll tell you about the other part of our trip, and there's a lot to explain in that, so that'll be a different video. But they had a little bit of a street fair going on. I didn't take too many pictures at this point, but they had some characters. They had Jack skeleton from the night before Christmas, and he was taking pictures with the children. They were having a good time. Looking for the top to the clue. Always underneath. And a couple of vendors in the road and just, stuff going on. People walking around, going to the museums. No, we did not go to any of the museums this time. Well, actually, we're going to go to one that we hadn't been to, which was the National Maritime Historic Museum down along the shore there, not too far from where we were. And then there's a big wharf, and it was such a beautiful day, and we were going to walk out to the lighthouse. But I can't believe it got so late. And we had to head back home. But we'll probably go back and do that museum another day, because I know Mr. Possum likes his history. And ships and trains and all that, and so does Flat Stanley. Some people do come dressed in garb, and that means they had like little witchy outfits on. I might have to put some bling across there. All right, now I gotta go get my hole punch.
Some of my supplies I keep way over here in these organizers, which really need to be reorganized. But I'm still working on the room, and that is like just an ongoing forever project.
Now I'm going to make my journaling card. I punched a hole, and I wound up punching it on this side. Don't ask me why. I was going to put it over here, but then I decided I wanted it to dangle more on this side of the page because I put the picture and I have the possum on that side. Let's see if it works. I went to my scrap pile. This is kind of pretty. It's not very heavy. I'm going to glue it down. All right, that's a lot of glue. That's a lot of glue. And this is just paper, so I probably didn't need all that wet glue on there. So Mr. Possum says, "Where are you going to wear that dress?" I said, "Oh, I'm going to wear it everywhere." And he's like, "Oh, you should wear that for Thanksgiving." We shall see. We shall see. All right, I'm going to let this dry a second so I can write on here. I put 2 little tiny strawberries there in the corner. And I think the page is working out, but Dollar Tree bling bling. And there's these little tiny red ones. And I was like, ooh, can I do this? Can I do one more thing? And this is my awesome possum journal. And as you can see, it's a bit lacy. And I want it to be lacy and bling bling and frilly. For my awesome possum. Oh, there's my clock. It's the morning dove o'clock already. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to put some bling bling here. And then I'm going to have to let this dry. Sometimes I can do this better with my fingers, and sometimes I can do it better with the tweezers. Let's see. Oops. I don't know if you saw that. It just shot across the table. Yeah, I don't want these in a straight line. Did I put one over here? Maybe I will. All right, this is ready to dry. Don't you just love those little sparkly touches there? And when it got out to the red strawberries, I put green bling bling, and I put the red across the pink. Possum Patty in her possum dress. And I love the way I have a whole possum there and one peeking right there. And then I used a tag from the dress to journal on and the card from the store. Whoops. But I have to leave them up there because this is wet here. So I'm going to put this aside to dry. And now it's time for Bewitched.